Hello, everyone, and welcome to Harv's World, where we are taking a look at horses, another reasonably easy farm animal to raise in Farming Simulator 19. Not quite as simple as chickens and sheep, I should say, but still pretty simple nonetheless. It does up our animal game just a little bit. We've got more to do for horses, but they're still reasonably simple. Right now, I've got the small horse paddock. Base game only, as always with these tutorials. I only use base game, and we can see we've got a water trough right here. This is a tip-in point for bedding. We are going to need straw for our horses. And around to this side we've got our animal dialogue box where we can purchase horses if we want to, and on this side over here we have got our food trough. So in order to get started, we need to go buy some horses. Now, we could just have them delivered, but that's costly. Best to avoid that if you can, especially if you're short on money. Raising horses, however, as long as you are generating your own food, straw, bedding, can be very, very profitable. And I will show you what I mean by that as we move along. So, again, I'm real close to the animal dealer here, and there's only one trailer in the base game to move horses. You can only move two at a time, and that's this little, what do they call it? The Big Master. The little Big Master, specifically for horses. And so we pull to the animal dealer, we go in, and we want to buy horses. They're all the way at the bottom of the list. We have gray, we've got pinto, we have palomino, chestnut, bay, black, seal brown, and dun. Now, all these different horse types does not mean anything as far as value goes. There's nothing different about any of these other than the way that they look. So pick whatever you like. They're going to behave the same. I think we'll grab a palomino and a pinto. I'll just make this quick and easy. Confirm. We've got them packed nicely into our horse trailer, and we'll get them back over to the farm. And for anybody who wonders, this is the Pacific Northwest map, which is very convenient that I can buy some land right here next to the horse dealer, or the animal dealer. It makes things very simple. So anyway, we're going to pull our horses into our unloading area where we would normally open our animal dialogue. And now we can just move these horses to the farm, like so. Confirm, and there we have two lovely horses sitting in our paddock, waiting to eat a lot of food, but make us a lot of money. And we will take a look at our animal dialogue box here and see exactly where we stand now. When we look at our horses, we've got two. We just paid $5,000 a piece. Their price automatically drops down to about $29.75. In fact, both of these are at $29.75, so we lost $2,025 just buying these horses. We're actually behind at this point. That won't be important for long. Under our horses, we have got fitness, health, and cleanliness. Now, unlike other animals, you don't have to clean the feed pen. You do, however, have to clean the animal. The horse will need cleaning, and I will cover that shortly. As far as pen information goes, we've got water, we need straw, we need oats, and we need hay. You need both food types. It says right down here in our information box, feed them a mix of the following foods. For best results, provide all of these types. Oat, effectiveness 60%, hay, effectiveness 40%. So we need to make sure they're getting some of each. So, first things first, I do have a couple of hay bales sitting here, and I'll see if I can't just spike them from the end. Yeah, that'll do. So we are going to get them some hay. Now, you can either use bales or you can tip hay in if you've got loose hay. It doesn't matter. The game doesn't care as long as these horses are getting hay. And you can count on 4,000 liters per horse. That's what the game is going to ask you to provide. If we look right now, we can see we are at 100% hay, 2 bales, 2 4,000 liter bales. Now that food will last them about 10 days, so it's 4,000 liters every 10 days. And we needed some oats. I think these are our oats. No, that's straw. I guess I should have paid a little more attention to what I was doing when I set up. Anyway, I've got a trailer with 8,000 liters of oats right here. And we will just pull that into the food trough tip-in area. It will let us know when we need to tip those oats in. And we just dump the oat right into the food trough. I guess you could line this up. If you wanted more realism, you could line this up so it actually looks like it's tipping into the food trough. Either way, they are getting what they need, and they're taking all 8,000 liters of oats. Again, 4,000 liters per horse, and that will fill us up. And the next thing these horses are going to need is water. Good old H2O. I just happen to have a trailer of water sitting right here. Imagine that. And we will bring that right up to their water trough. Again, it will let us know when to fill. And we will just fill that water trough. They took about 1,200 liters of water. And I would just drop that trailer right there. I can come and hook right back up to it whenever I want and tip in more water, or pour in more water, I guess I should say. Now, the last thing our horses are going to need, we've given them hay, we've given them oats, we've given them water, but they also need bedding. Horses do require bedding, although they do not produce any manure, anything like that. No horse byproducts. But you can see I have got the Kuhn Primer bale shredder, and I've already tossed in a couple of bales of straw here. So if you're using straw bales, you will need a bale shredder like this one. You pull that right into this area right here, and again, it's going to tell you when you can shoot that in, and we just start tipping bedding in. And if you watch your horse paddock, you can start to see the ground fill up with straw in certain areas. So that will stop when the straw is full in the paddock. And again, I might just park that right there and hook up to it as needed. So now if we look at our animal dialogue, we've got full water, full straw, full oats, and full hay. Our horses appear to be in good shape. And we've got Amethyst and Luna. Something to keep in mind, if you'd like, you can always rename your horse. And we will change Amethyst to Mr. Ed. Wilbur would appreciate that. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, look it up sometime. Goofy, really old TV show. Mr. Ed the Talking Horse. Anyway, our horses are all taken care of, at least as far as their physical needs. They've got their bedding, they've got their food, and they've got their water. So what do we do with horses now? Well, horses require exercise. And you can see, if you look here at their names, each individual horse has a daily riding stat. And neither of these horses has been ridden today, so they are at 0%. Right below the horse, you can see there is a fitness level. This fitness level determines a horse's value. Every day we ride, their fitness increases, their value increases. So when I want to ride a horse, I just walk up to him. And on PC, it's the E key. I'm not sure what it would be on console, but you just hit that key and you're on the horse, all saddled up and ready to go. And not only that, your exercise has begun. So in order to steer a horse or drive a horse, now left and right is exactly the same as driving a tractor, but you don't need to hold a key like you would to accelerate in a vehicle. You just tap the forward key once, tap the back key, reverse key once to stop, tap the reverse key once to get this slick horse moonwalk going. Where's Michael Jackson when you need him? And moving forward, we have 4 speeds. We've got walk, which is this, trot, we've got canter, we can jump, and finally we can gallop. And really start hauling the mail across the field. Now, do any of these levels of exercise matter? No, they do not. Exercise is based on time, not on speed or any type of workout you're doing with your horse. You just have to spend time sitting on the back in motion. So if we go look at our horse now, we can see that Mr. Ed is at 20% and moving up slowly. 21%, 22%. Now even if I get him at full gallop here, start charging down this field, his exercise rate is not increasing, or his daily riding rate is not increasing. 26, 27, 28. So I estimate it to be at about 5 minutes per horse. So if you've got 16 horses, you're talking about a goodly amount of time spent in game just exercising the horses. Now the payoff is big, absolutely big, but you are going to have to invest time in these horses. There's nothing to clean up around the pen. It's just a matter of giving them food and water. The food and water that we provided will last them about 10 days. Now it's a matter of exercising them every day and keeping the horse clean. So I'm going to finish riding Mr. Ed until he's at 100%, and I will see you back here in just a minute. Okay, so Mr. Ed is now at 100%. I'm just riding him back into the paddock. We will stop here, hop off, and try to find him. There he went. Now, the next thing we need to do, look at our animal dialogue. We can see Mr. Ed is now at 100% daily riding, but his cleanliness has dropped to 46%. So as you're riding, the horse will get dirty. And as we wait for him to stop, because they tend to ghost a little bit, we get the option to clean Mr. Ed. And if we just use that option a couple of times, we're brushing Mr. Ed effectively, and we can now see his cleanliness is right back up to 100%. So we have taken care of Mr. Ed for the day, and we are going to jump forward about 24 hours and see where our horses stand at that point. So I will see you in about a day. Okay, so it's been just almost exactly 24 hours, give or take 15 minutes, and we now can look at our horse dialogue and see where we stand with these beasts. Mr. Ed, well, we can see that his fitness has increased to 14%. We got his daily riding in, and that boosted his fitness by 9%, so that's very, very good. We can also see that we have now made money on Mr. Ed. He's up to almost $8,000. That's very close to a $3,000 profit. We could sell him right now and just start rotating horses daily, I suppose, and start bringing in the bucks. Yeah, 10, that would be $30,000. Not great money, but it's doable. Now, if we look at Luna, Luna's fitness did not increase. In fact, it decreased because she got no riding and her value decreased some more. So we are losing even more money on Luna. Now we can reverse this, but it's going to take longer because we ignored her. Tisk, tisk. She is not pleased. And we are not pleased because we're losing money instead of making it. So you can see that riding the horses is very important, keeping them clean, keeping them fed and watered. And you do this for about 10 days. You ride them once a day to 100% for 10 days, and this value is going to jump to $50,000. I did a lot of horse work on my Pacific Northwest Let's Play. What I did was I had a 16 horse paddock, and I was bringing in 4 horses every 2 to 3 days and started a rotation. So every 2 to 3 days, I was making $200,000. But I had to get through that first 10-day period before any money started coming in. So I would sell 4, buy 4 at the same time, and just keep a rotation going. So anyway, that is my tutorial for Farming Simulator 19 horses. I hope you enjoyed it, found it educational. If you did, please remember to hit the like and subscribe buttons down below. And until next time, take care.